I'll kill you.
Yes. Thank you, Bird O Prey 5. And thank you, Jim, for the Danny.
Super chat.
Yes, indeed. Thank you. It's funny, just so you know, Danny, you don't know about this, but this goes back a long way because I don't know if you noticed, but Jim put into the chat just before the super chat that he was angry. And that's because he has this thing, whenever he sees the Hypno Turd, he is compelled by the Hypno Turd to put $1 super chat in. So,
the power of Hypno Turd compels you. The power of Hypno Turd compels you.
Like, if I were to put the Hypno Turd on right now, he would have to put another $1 in. Like, he has no choice. But I'm not going to do that to you right now, Jim. But thank you so much.
And welcome all day, every day.
Yeah, welcome everybody. Mike Richards, good to see you. Of course, Miss Moneypenny, Gorilla, Donnie here as always. Bradley, Jim, of course, haven't talked to you in a while. Jim, good to see you. Trustin, Captain Fandom Nerd, Aravic, Darren Wagner here to be the one person saltier than me. Alex, Brian McFarland. Let's see who else we got. And I think that's about it for people in the chat at the moment. But we are here to talk about some wonderful, I guess it qualifies as Star Trek. And Thomas Potts is here, ready to be ignored. Good to see you, Thomas. Glad to see you. Some stuff that, technically speaking, is Star Trek.
Wow. I'm starting to get a feeling you're not a fan, huh?
Well, not so far. Not so far. I have to admit.
I actually, I'm not going to lie, man. Episode 9 and 10, which
it's not. Don't get me wrong. It's not a bad show.
Yeah, we'll get into it. It's just not Star Trek. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. And I still, one of the reasons that it's really bugging me about it not being Star Trek is that I love that ship.
I know, I do too. Like, you heard me gushing over it last week. Yeah.
Well, and okay, so we'll get right into the opening shot of episode 9. Look at that. I mean, that's the first thing we see.
That is a desktop background if I ever saw one there. Dear God, that's just gorgeous. Like I said last week, it's like if Voyager and Enterprise E had a baby,
right?
Sprinkled in with the J.J. Abrams nacelles. That's what this looks like to me.
One thing
I bet you, if I go to that AI website and say, hey, Imagine / Protocol, make a starship that looks like the Voyager and the Enterprise E had a baby, I bet it would spit this out. I bet it would. Oh, I'm going to try that. Have you used that? Have you used that gimmick yet? I learned that from Caleb.
No, I have not.
It's pretty cool.
Alex says that you need to drink what drips out of my skull if I die. So
what?
That's what he says.
Hold up. If Salty kicks the bucket, be sure to crack open his skull and slurp up what drips out to gain his great power. That's fucking metal. I like it. Yeah. That's metal. Yeah. You know what's funny? I don't want to get your hopes up, but
hopes up that I die? Is that what?
No. What I'm about to say. So Cece is at her boss's hanging out right now, and they're opening a new office in Nashville.
Oh, okay. So you guys might move to this area.
That's what they're talking about tonight, So that'd be, I mean, who knows? That could be cool. And then I could crack your skull open and drink what drips out.
Well, if you do that, you might have to build a studio somewhere and actually do something similar to what the Salty Nerds guys did.
Yeah, no, possibly. Cool. So, I don't want to get your hopes up because I don't know, but that's what they're talking about. So
that would actually be cool. I would love to do something like that. So
yeah.
Unfortunately, there's nobody in this area that's that I know that we could do that with. So that would be fun.
Yeah.
Except for lore, but lore is just lore. Uh, he likes to dance around naked and be a prostitute. So that's kind of weird.
That's no bueno.
Yeah. No, that would be fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, let me know if anything happens with that. But anyway, yeah. So Alex. So here's a follow up from Alex here.
Salty has rich salted blood. It allows you to burn others with your touch. Right on. Well, you know what? The only reason I would actually be interested in drinking his blood or from his skull and whatever oozes out is because I'm pretty sure if I were to step into a church right now, I would spontaneously combust. But his blood might be the inoculation I need to survive entering the hallowed grounds of Christians. So
that might work, yeah.
Yeah.
And Thomas says, Salty, Dork, and Lore could be the next Three Stooges. That could actually work.
Right on.
That I think could actually work. No, that would actually be cool.
Yeah, I'll let you know when she what the as these things because they haven't opened it yet. So this would be like probably the earliest summer at the earliest. Right. So yeah, which I hope not because damn it, I don't want to move in the summer in Vegas. It's like 120 degrees outside. That would suck.
That's what movers are for.
That's what I was about to say. That or I just have to be bougie and hire movers.
All right, so before we get started, Brian wants to know if you could go back in time and relive watching a childhood special movie TV show moment, what moment would it be? Like the opening shot of Star Wars or whatever. Any moment.
Oh, wow.
I even though I remember it well, but I would go all the way back to when I was just 1 year old to when the first man walked on the moon. I loved that moment in my life. It made such an impression that I can actually remember it from when I was 1 year old.
That's way cooler than what I was about to say. But I wasn't alive back then, so I'm of a certain age. My mother, who may or may not still be in the chat because she texted me that her phone was about to die. She took me to see the Transformers movie, the animated one. From when I was a kid. I was like, I don't know, 6, maybe 7. I don't know, depends. Like in that age, 5 to 7, something like that. And this is going to sound so terrible, but this was the first time I can remember anyway. The very first time I cried in public over a movie was the scene where Optimus Prime dies. And that's just such a I remember it's one of
crying in movies ever since.
Ever since, man. No, I can remember so clearly that moment. Hey, Darren, what's up, buddy? We got another super chat.
And I'll let you read this one.
Hi, I'm Salty, and I have a big moon, and my moon smells. And I like to smell my own moon, and to me, it's a fragrant bouquet of nasal pressure.
Why did I let you read it? Because I think Darren just wanted me to read that.
Well, I tried to give it a dramatic flair for you. So yeah. I had no idea why you were asking me to read it. So thank you.
Yeah, that's all. I'm just being a jerk to Darren. All right. So let's go. Let's get into this, or else we're never going to get through this. So we open up with this absolutely gorgeous shot of the protostar.
Oh God, I could just. Oh my God, right?
And yeah, the protostar porn is really good.
Yeah.
There's no denying this is a beautiful ship.
It's so on point. Dude,
and then
are
we
you
get
using
this.
Windows? I hate to say this or break it up for this, but are you using Windows 11 yet?
Not on this computer, no.
So I just switched. I think
Windows
recently.
11 on my big computer. Yeah.
I love this little gimmick where I can split. It's because I have 4 monitors and they're all huge.
Yeah.
I love this gimmick where if you drag a thing up to the top, it gives you layout options.
Yes, I like that
I
too.
love that. That is so awesome, man. Yeah. Sorry.
Why are you squeaking? Sorry. So yeah, we cut from that beautiful shot to this, which is like one of the worst transitions ever. But we see the gang.
Don't be mean. Don't be hating on Rock. Come on.
Well, it's
Look
just
at her
bad.
eyes. Look, she's clearly looking out at something. It's like, it's adorable.
Yeah, but they're all just hanging out in the.
Oh God, look at that
barracks.
shot. Look at that shot. Oh my God, so sexy. Jesus.
What of the gang?
No, didn't you go? Am I
Oh, you're talking
behind?
about the Protostar shot, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they're just all hanging out and talking about their recent adventure, and how, and then they realize they've uncover a message, help me Obi-Wan Kenobi style, except that this one is I'm gonna kill everybody if you don't come and give me the Protostar,
Bring me my damn ship back, or
everybody dies.
everyone you've ever known is dead.
And so now they have a decision to make, because they only have enough
Hey, let me interject real quick. I'm so sorry. Mom, I really think it's sweet. I really appreciate you watching this on my channel, but you're just basically yelling into a void.
No, I can see your chat.
If you chat, you can? Because did you see where she said this is why I like animation?
Yeah, I can see it, but the rest of the chat can't see it.
Because you're looking at it through StreamYard. Okay. Yeah. Okay, sorry.
And hey, Ebony, how you doing?
And hey, Captain Fandom Nerd, thanks for checking this out on my channel. If you're still here,
we are trying to simulcast.
So this is our
on both Danny and my channels.
We're simulcasting just to help me get some content. So good. Right. Thank you.
So if you're on either channel, thank you for watching. And we appreciate your support. And so if you
it does look like Star Wars, Brian McFadden. I think that's our biggest gripe about this show.
Yes, that's my biggest problem with this, is that this is I've been calling it all along, Star Trek Clone Wars.
Clone Wars, yeah, it is too Clone Warsy. It's jarring, it's hard to, if it weren't for that damn beautiful ship and in Janeway, it wouldn't even feel like Star Trek at all to me.
Right.
Yeah.
So he gives the help me Obi-Wan Kenobi speech. And the funny thing is, it's so help me Obi-Wan Kenobi that he actually starts with a repeated loop, except that it's, I can't remember what he says, but it's a repeated loop of something. And then they uncover the entire message. It's exactly the same.
Oh, it's because the daughter thought, he says bring her back to me or something like that.
Yeah,
and he's talking about the ship.
Bring her back to me. Bring her back to me.
And she thought she was talking about her.
Or no, bring the ship
Gwen.
back to me.
No, because whatever it was, damn it, now I'm going to want to play it off screen. Right. Gwen thought he was pleading to for them to bring her back to him, but he was talking about the ship. Once it stops looping.
Hold on, I'm playing it right.
Hey, man, we don't want to get claimed. Pause it or something, or I'll just keep talking.
You're right. It's bring her back to me.
Bring her back to me, and that's what she thought. Yeah.
But
because that hit me, man. That hit me in the feels, bro. That's why I remembered it.
But it's bring her back to me. Bring her back to me, and then they uncover the message, and it's it's this is such a direct ripoff of the Help Me Obi-Wan Kenobi thing.
All of this entire show. Look, I don't want to be a negative Nancy. I know this is the Salty Trekker channel. But
it's also your channel now.
Fair enough.
We're on both channels.
But I can't agree with you more, man. Like this just feels too much like Star Wars, you know, and it's hard. I did like the first 2 episodes we're gonna review. I did. These were my, and really it should have just been like 1 episode. I get it, whatever. I look at them as 1 episode. This was my favorite thing from Prodigy so far.
Yeah,
but it still has the stank of Star Wars all over it.
Oh, all over it.
Yeah, you know.
And so yeah, we'll get to more of that in a minute here. So let me get to our next thing. So after the message, we basically have come on, go back right here.
Oh, wow. So, Captain Fandom Nerd is doing his due diligence. He says he's watching us on both channels. Thank you, sir. You rock.
Oh, cool. Yeah, getting us the double watch there.
I love it. Yeah. Double dipping.
So any message in any show is now ripping off Star Wars, says Thomas. No, if it was just a message that they found, I wouldn't have a problem.
Dude,
it's the fact that they found a looping message that was
not
on
even
a
that.
hologram.
Look at the droids. Look at the killer droids that are going to be at the end of the end of this episode and all throughout next episode. Those killer droids look just like the ones out of the prequels. And then you have the dad's, whatever's, I forget his name, but Gwen's dad's #1 guy.
You mean what?
Count or Darth, or what's his name? General Grievous looking MFer. You know, like, no, dude. In the animation style, like, if it was just the animation style, I'd give it a pass. But it's the animation style and like architectural things. Like the way that mining colony looked, the way the droids look, the way it's just.
Right. The problem is the only thing that doesn't look like Star Wars is the ship itself, and the fact that they throw in a few Star Trek references.
Well, no, exactly. The protostar is gorgeous,
right.
Gorgeous. And like I said, if it wasn't for me, like, because the suits don't even look right to me, which we finally see the suits in this one, the kids in the suits. Right. Janeway and Chakotay, they're the only things to me like that anchor it. You know what I mean?
Right. There's no humans on the show.
Yeah.
Which except for holographic Janeway.
Well, no, now we get.
I know we'll get Admiral Janeway, but the problem is that the show should, if you're doing a Star Trek show, you need to feature humans. And
yeah, man.
This is not, this doesn't feature.
We've never seen, and this is another thing right out of Star Wars, we've never seen characters like this, really. Like when you look at Rock, when you look at Dahl, when you look at Gwen,
Murph.
When you look at Murph, the only one we've seen before is the Tellarite. What's his name? The mechanic guy, the fat guy. I forget his name. Anyway, but the Tellarite's the only. Is what?
I think it's a Pog.
I don't know. Let us know in the chat, guys. But it's I mean, it's so Star Warsy. It's like, and I wish it wasn't, because I actually do like the writing. I'm starting to come around on this kid Dahl after these 3 episodes we're going to review. Like, I really like how he was like, "This is our Kobayashi Maru." Was that this episode or?
Yeah, that's when he's trying to decide what to do, and it's a no-win situation.
But dude, man, just the character design, some of the architectural design, the animation. There's just too much they're ripping off from Star Wars. It's blatant. I'm surprised they're not getting sued. Honestly, it's pretty damn bad. Anyway,
like, honestly, I would, if you made Dahl and Rock humans.
Look, I dig. I think no, because I think that.
I think the girl you leave alone, because she and her father,
because she and the dad,
right.
The only thing is, if you're gonna make
You can keep the Tellarite and the Medusan because they're established.
They're established. I don't know. Like, I wouldn't make them both human. I'd make one like maybe Vulcan or Romulan or something like that, and the other human. You know what I mean? I wouldn't do both. Like, make the kid, the purple kid, make the purple kid.
I think should be human.
You do? Because why? Wow, you humanist. I was about to say I think Dahl should be like Vulcan. Well, instead of sexist.
You're right. I'm a humanist. Earth first, man.
Yeah.
No, seriously.
Well,
and you know
Brian,
what?
they do. They put them in Starfleet uniforms, and starting in this episode, they start wearing Starfleet uniforms.
Right.
We were talking.
But and the thing is that you think about this: Dahl's a human, and he doesn't even know what he is. That could actually be interesting.
Well, see, I can't remember if it was this one or the next one, because again, this is just one episode to me.
It's the next one where he has he
goes through the
starbase thing,
and we don't find out what he is, but apparently it's so
it's something important
or
Starfleet.
Like maybe he's a one-off, like he was made in a lab or something, and somehow got stolen by that Ferengi bitch. I'm glad we didn't see her again, man. Oh my god. And that's not true. I kind of wanted to see the dude be like, "Yes, meet us here to get paid," and then they blow her up. That would have been that would have been satisfying. But anyway,
all right. Well, let's continue on, or we'll never get through this.
Yes.
So Dahl and I can never remember what her name is.
Gwen. Yeah.
So the two of them are working on a solution, and just a second, we just got a donation, and I forgot to bring up the dashboard.
Super chat.
Let's see.
I tried to drag that out for you, but
that's tiny. All right. So it was from Berto Prey 5. Thank you so much. Says Rock obviously is one of my kidney stones. So she is human. Hail Karoga.
What the hell? Why can't I see that?
Because that was a Streamlab donation.
I want to see the words. That was funny.
That's a good one. There is a way to make those pop up, but I don't know how yet. That's one of those things I gotta learn. I think I gotta get OBS and link all. It's a bunch of stuff, but I can't do on this computer. Once I get the other one set up again, we'll do all that. Anyway, back to thank you, Berto Prey 5. That was insane. But okay, so Rock is officially a kidney stone from Berto Prey 5. So Gwen and Dahl are trying to figure, they're having this discussion, which is actually one of their better moments together. I
mean, I hope they're not doing this, and I know a bunch of people in the chat have already seen all of this season.
Right.
And this was and I didn't know this, but this was the two-parter. So the next episode was the mid-season finale. That's why I thought there were two seasons, because my mom was like, "Hey,
right," which makes sense because at the end of the next episode, it's like a cliffhanger.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean interrupt. You go ahead. Gee, I love this stream. Thank you, Donnie. We love you too, man.
Yeah. Which, by the way, this also sets up a massive plot hole in the episode for me.
Are they gonna? Do you think they're gonna try to make them like
boyfriend,
love interest?
Kind of thing?
Yeah. I mean, that was kind of.
I don't know.
I felt like they were planting seed. I hope not, also, because it'd be too CW. But we got to remember, this is on Nickelodeon. They do that shit to kids. Like, I don't know, man. I hope not. But it seemed like they were planting seeds. Don't you think?
It feels like they're building a little tension between them. But I would.
No. There's that one scene where he makes Dahl says something like, I think it's this scene where he's talking about like, this is a tough decision to make because I care about you. I mean, all of you, like you as an all.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah. You remember,
Right.
So,
and Thomas, of course, points out that we're not real Trek fans because we didn't watch this when it first came out.
First of all, man, I'm not a effing child, which is the target demographic.
Yeah.
It took one of my best friends, my mother, and you fine people in the chat to convince me to even consider watching it. Then I talked to Mike, and he was like, you know what? We got some downtime in between, Star Trek shows. Why the heck not? So, come on, man. Give us some grace. Jeez, man. Good Lord.
So, yeah, and me too. I actually wasn't planning on watching this because I watched the first episode and I was like, it's Clone Wars, and I really
look, I'm only really watching this for you people, really. What do you mean, you people? I mean, you find people in.
You people.
Dude, have you seen the trailer for that? It's a Eddie Murphy movie. I think it's called like You People.
No, I haven't.
It's basically Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, but in the 21st century, and it's Jonah Hill is getting married to Eddie Murphy's daughter. Dude, watch the trailer. It actually looks hilarious. I can't wait to see it.
I'll check it out. Anyway,
I think you would really dig it. Just, I mean, not to be like whatever.
You are like the king of tangents. I got to tell you.
That's why the salty nerds don't have
this
me back
area,
anymore.
And we do a studio here. Our live streams are going to be like 8 hours long with your tangent.
Nah, and in person you can smack me and just snap me out of it. So
I'm going to get a squirt gun and just shoot you over the
like a cat, like a kitty.
Yeah. It'll be the tangent gun.
Yeah.
Get one of those assault rifles. Just shoot you with that.
Hey, man. All right.
Okay. Oh yeah. So this sets up a massive plot hole.
Yes, you do tell. You were
okay.
About to
So let me see if I can find. I'm trying to avoid the copyright evilness. So I bring this.
Yeah,
down
man. I'm still really bummed you didn't have a backup of that Violent Night. I am super bummed because you want to hear something funny? Because my channel is so small and can't get monetized. So I did a simulcast with Pop Culture Minefield. They got a copyright claim, and we had to edit the video for it to be seen. And mine was like, if you ever join our content creator partner program, you will have to edit this video, but because you're not monetizing,
we don't care.
We don't give a shit. And I was like, damn it, if we were simulcasting that, at least I would have had it,
All right, so this is the plot hole right here. So they're looking at where they are, and they look at the Federation versus where Daddy is, right? And they say, well, there's only enough proto fuel, whatever, to make one jump.
Yes.
Why are you raising your hand?
Because I didn't want to interrupt. So if you could have been like, let me finish this thought, and I would have put my hand down, and then you could have cued me, or you'd have been like, yeah, go ahead, because I won't forget.
Well, what do you think? You know where I'm going with this?
Not at all. I was going to participate with the chat for a second.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, Gorilla's Random Thoughts says, Salty Trekker, wait. Are you saying that Danny's worse than Kermit for tangents? You know who I think's worse than Kermit? And I say this with love.
Who?
Mercer. Is Mercer watching? Hold up. Sorry.
Oh yeah, Mercer's horrible at tangents. I love him. Love him to death.
I would say it goes. I would say Mercer, Kermit, then probably me. I'm in the top three. Anyway, I'm sorry. Back to you, sir. The plot hole.
Yes, the plot hole. So they say they only have enough proto fuel or whatever, proto matter, I don't know what it is, to make one jump. And so they can either go to the Federation, but they don't know A, if the Federation's willing to help, and B, if the Federation can get there on time, or they can jump to the asteroid and make the trade, and they don't know if they can trust him that he's going to actually, keep up his end of the deal. So that's the plot hole, because what do they do? Of course, they make the jump to the asteroid, and then what does he do? He immediately takes the ship and prepares to make a jump away. How can he make a jump away if they only had enough fuel for one jump?
You know what that reminded me of? How can you have your pudding if you don't eat your meat?
I just say, if you only have a half a tank of gas and you say, I can go 100 miles, and you drive 100 miles, then somebody else steals your car. How do they drive another 100 miles? It doesn't make sense.
It makes no sense. No sense.
You know, then they get
Brian says the answer. Great writing.
Yeah.
It is a kid's
show.
The
answer, great writing. Yeah. So this is my, this like blows my mind that they did this. What they should have done was said something like, we can make only like one jump a day or something. I don't know.
Or something. I mean, didn't they do some kind of gimmicky BS like that with Discovery and the Spore Drive or something? They can't, or it's been so long since I've watched it. I don't remember.
I will give them some credit, which is that if you look carefully at this map, if you notice the grid here is very similar to the grid that you see in Star Trek: The Next Generation in galactic maps.
Well,
so
but I mean, they've got the LCARS display. They've got
they do some good stuff with that. But I'm mad about the fact that they actually said we only got enough fuel for one jump, and then they make multiple jumps. It's like,
it's like,
make up your. And it wouldn't piss me off except for the fact that it's a major part of the plot here that they can only make one jump. Because if they can make multiple jumps, because remember, when they make the jump there, General Grievous says it'll take 10 minutes to recharge the drive, right? Mm-hmm. So if it takes 10 minutes to recharge for another jump, if that's all you need, then you jump to the Federation. If the Federation says, no, we're not going to help, you take the 10 minutes and then you jump. The end.
Yeah. So, hey, I got a question, man. It's a little off topic, but, we're only reviewing 2 episodes.
You're only going to go on another tangent.
No.
Try to pump yourself up from 3 to 2
I've been working on my channel.
Mm-hmm.
And so, kind of getting it ready, setting it up. I finally did in fact, where is it? I finally did one of those banners, I guess, where you have the image at the top. And then I made sections. So, right now at the top of my page is us because it's live. I guess it does that by default. When I'm not live, it's my rebrand video with the thing that I showed last week.
Right.
And then it's got the videos I've uploaded, which there's only 4 because YouTube screwed me over out of my other channels. Anyway, and then underneath that are past live streams. And then underneath that, I put the channels that I guest on. And then the first one, because I've had the most appearances so far on Salty Nerd, but you're about to take the lead. And then underneath that, I have yours. So when I add you to when I make these playlists and add them to my channel, does YouTube notify you at all, or could any random bloke just do this and you have no idea? Did YouTube
notify
say,
me? Does it notify me that you made a playlist with me in it?
With all of your it's 100% your videos. Yeah.
I'll if I go into my YouTube studio and look for mentions, I'll see it, but it doesn't give me a notification.
Okay, I think that's a design flaw. I think they should notify. I would
agree.
People.
I think if somebody else puts you in a playlist, you should get a notification.
I think,
sometimes I would think it should ask permission. I think there is something where you can set permissions on a video, like if somebody else can do certain things. But I don't think adding to a playlist is one of them. I'll have to look.
Yeah,
I mean, because usually I leave my videos wide open. I don't care if people use them.
No, I feel you, and I know that was super random. Yeah. And I apologize.
Yeah, that's completely off topic. Now that we're not talking about the show at all, so let's get back to the actual show that we're supposed to be talking about. Now that we're 38 minutes into the live stream.
Oh my God! And we still have another hour and a half and only one more episode.
2 more episodes because this is still first.
The first 2 is really one. It's just one 45-minute episode if you think about it. But anyway.
Well, now you got me thinking about if you actually moved to Nashville, what we could do to make a studio. I'm going.
All right. Well, hey, Cece, we got to manifest this, baby. I hope this meeting's going well.
I'm thinking make the whole thing look like a TOS era room.
Dude, It needs to have the Guardian of Forever and like in front of our desks. You know
The
what I
Guardian
mean?
of Oh, come on. No, I'm thinking like jelly bean button lights and stuff, like
Oh, okay. I got you. I got
consoles.
it. Yeah.
You got to have Nomad there somewhere, of course, and
Yeah.
the
Now we'll see,
vapor.
man. Like I just thought that was so random because we've never met
That
in
is
real
true,
life.
Brian. There's no state income tax here in Tennessee.
Well, there's no state income tax in Nevada either, so
Yeah.
And is weed legal there?
Tennessee, no, not yet, but they're
Shit.
talking about it right now.
How about medical marijuana? Because I can get a card. Do they?
Not yet, but they are. Like I said,
that might be a deal breaker. Yeah.
oh shush, you could drive up to Illinois and get it.
Getting it's not a problem. It's the fear of going to jail that's the problem. Like I have an immense fear of that.
Well,
I had a friend. The whole reason I moved here from Texas because I had a friend who got pulled over for speeding, and the cop said he claimed he smelled pot. Searched the dude's car, found a joint underneath like a floor mat in the back seat, like a roach. Not even a joint, but like a roach. Dude got a year of fucking probation for that in Texas.
you can get. Well, we should. Well, let's not talk about this on YouTube because I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah. All right, let's get back to the show. My bad.
Yeah. But we'll talk about it off air sometime. But there are things you can get that might satisfy you. Anyway, back to the show. So they decide that they're going to.
No, Yuckster. I'm sorry. No, I will. I do not want to be under that kind of microscope. I would never run for. I wouldn't even run for class senator or class president, let alone any kind of.
I'll run for senator.
Yeah, you do it, bro. Hey, man, I'll be your campaign manager. I'll help you market.
I will definitely run.
I'll be the man behind the curtain.
Yeah. So they finally decide they're going to go, but they're going to have some kind of massive plan. So they all start working on stuff on the ship. And I like this part because it's like, okay, they're up to, and this is like class, even though doesn't feel like Star Trek at all, but this is classic good TV where it's like they're up to something, they're setting up a plan, that it's going to be fun, it's going to,
not just that, but this is when it really, okay, if
your audio's cutting.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like going crackling.
Shit, man, just got this mic. This is when it started to feel like if this were a radio show and I didn't see it. This part here is when it starts to really feel like Star Trek to me. You know what I mean?
Hey guys in the chat, does Danny's audio sound weird to you guys as well? Because I just want to make sure it's not just me. What are you can't make up your mind today, huh? You just keep...
I think my computer's crashing.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
do you need to restart real quick?
I might. We'll see. Like I'm going to wait until it forces me off, and then I'll be back if that happens. But
because you're cutting out like every other syllable now. You're almost now. I can't hear you at all. Yeah, and people now they're saying you're roboting.
I'm going.
Why don't you just
reboot? I'll be back.
All right. So while he's restarting, everybody enjoy to pring. Yes, I know. Yes, you're such a sweet little girl. Danny's still there. It looks like he's finally dropping off. Let's bump him off so that. Yes, I know. How you doing? Yes. So while he's gone, let's anybody got any questions so far or anything? Any questions for me while we're waiting for him to come back? How's 3D printing going? I haven't done much 3D printing as of the last couple of weeks. So I'll tell you what's going on. As some of you know, I have the other channel, the Onyx and Zircon channel, that I got started with some with the fast that our church is doing right now. And so I had 40 consecutive videos for the 40-day fast. So today I just finished the 40th video for the 40-day fast. Well, technically the 41st video, because there was an intro video for the fast as well. So I posted that. It's set to release on February 17th, which is the last day of the fast. So now that I have the fast videos done, what I'm going to do, and I had to do those on the other computer, the computer that's on the other side of this false, this little divider here. Now that I have that done, I'm going to be breaking down that computer completely, taking that desk down and moving it to its permanent location, or at least hopefully permanent. And then once I have that up, I'll be able to start printing again. So I haven't been printing for the last couple of weeks because of that. And let's see, how you doing, Danny? Can
you tell me? Do I sound better?
Much better, much better.
Yeah, I had too much. I had too many programs open at once, and like one of them was doing the whole like not responding thing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's I'm only gonna have my browser open now. So.
And Bradley says that dog is so cute. I still can't believe you named her to Pring, the name I suggested. Well, it's a good name for her. I think it fits her.
Oh, that was he was fishing. That's what that was. He was fishing. He's like, oh, I can't believe you named her the name that I suggested. He was fishing for like a thank you. He was fishing for some acknowledgement. Just saying. Anyway, I did want to say something. Can you still hear me?
Yes, you're fine.
Okay. No, well, I'm just closing a bunch.
I'll tell you if you cut out.
Okay, because when you reboot, I have a bunch of shit that like loads.
And no, Thomas, I'm not going to remove every key from the keyboard. Jeez.
All right, but I'll leave my stream. Okay, hold up. Did this work? No.
And real quick, let me say this. Haven't watched The Last of Us on HBO Max, but I did watch the first like 10 minutes of Velma, and that show is so bad that I may actually do a video breaking it down as far as how bad that show is.
Bro, didn't you catch word from Vader and practically everyone else? I haven't even seen a trailer. I will not. I refuse. After everything I've heard, I will not watch a single solitary second of that dumpster fire Velma.
Let me tell you, that show is everything that the Fandom Menace thinks that every show is. That show is the hate machine against white people that the Fandom Menace thinks that everything is. This show is such garbage, so bad, and so, oh man, I can't wait to rip it to shreds.
Well, hey man, that's all you, because I refuse. I'm not going to hate watch it. Because you know why? You know why?
I will.
You know why? Have you seen the news? No, hold up. Shush. Have you seen the news? They've already approved season 2 because so many MFers were hate watching it. It broke all these records and was like the #1 news show on HBO Max. Like,
good. I'm gonna hate watch it every season.
You effing YouTubers need to stop. Go to illegal sites. Don't man, because they're gonna just keep giving us more crap.
I don't buy that it had that higher rating.
Google it, man. No, it did. It was like the #1 show or whatever, or at least. Fuck. Now you're gonna make me look it up. It was the #1 something, and they were super happy with it and already renewed it for season 2.
Yeah, I'm sure. And the #1 adult show with nude women in the opening scene or something.
There was nude women in Velma?
Yes. The opening scene is
just, what?
The opening scene is literally a bunch of naked women fighting in the shower.
Blah, 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 blah. We're supposed to be talking about Prodigy, not Velma.
I'd rather talk about Velma.
Okay, man. All right. Well, hey, He's the salt of the earth, the salty trekker. I'm the Dork Knight,
No, shut up.
the
We're
whale's
gonna
penis.
continue.
I'll see
All
you
right,
guys
let's
later.
get back to it.
Love you.
So
bye.
anyway, when they're making their big plan, will you get back on here, Danny? They're making their big plan, and we know something cool is going to happen. That's the thing, is that even though it's, doesn't feel very Star Trek-y, it feels like it's going to be fun.
What do you mean? No, like I said, to me, this felt like, if you weren't watching it, starting here is when it's, because they start to work together as a team toward a mission that's like he already described as the Kobayashi Maru, and they're like, even Janeway says something about like, you guys say you're not Starfleet. That whole speech she gives where like, but you're about to do this, that, and the other. That's the most Starfleet thing ever. Like, this is when it started to feel like Star Trek to me. If you just turned your eyes off, that is,
And I agree, Thomas. If he moves to Nashville, every time he mentions something illegal, I will taser him.
Alrighty. Well, that, you know what? The Ben Franklin list. Do you guys know what that is? The Ben Franklin decision-making process? So you just take a sheet of paper, you draw a line down the middle, on the left side pros, right side cons, and when you write, like, if I make this decision, here's all the pros. If I make this decision, here's all the cons, and whichever list is longer, that's what you decide. I'm going to put that in the cons. I'm going to put that getting tasered in the cons for sure.
But I think Cece will put the taser in the pros.
I'm glad she's not here. She's like,
I'm right.
she'll probably, well, no, not, yeah, because she'll be like, ooh, a chancla left a bruise. Taser. No, nothing. Yeah. So, yeah, she'd be down for that. And you guys are welcome, Brian and Donnie. But yes, let's, So I guess, do you disagree? Because you said it didn't feel like Star Trek. Like, to me, this is when it's like the episode.
No, it doesn't feel like Star. I mean, because look, yes, there are times in Star Trek where they have a plan, but I've never seen them like, oh, let's build this and do. I mean, they don't like set traps and do stuff like that. That's more like the A-Team or something. That's not Star Trek.
Whoa, no. This is, maybe again, I'm merging them into one, but isn't this where they're like starting to plan, like the rescue?
Yes.
Right? So how is this A-Team like? It's not A-Team like the A-Team.
Because they're literally they're like setting traps on the ship, and they're making their plans.
What trap did they set on the ship? The only thing they did was take the
They
protostar.
reconfigured Janeway. They stole the proto.
What do you know? No, they didn't. No, Janeway didn't get reconfigured until much later.
No, she was. That's why. That's what they're doing right now. They're reconfiguring the computer system so that they can't. They think that they're taking control, but they're not. Remember,
that's not how I took. Because Janeway gets turned evil, and then she gets reprogrammed after she gets turned evil, and dude hasn't even gotten the ship yet. Spoilers.
See, I thought that the way I read it was that Janeway was fake evil. I didn't think that she actually was evil.
No, because
I think they knew about the evil protocol.
No, because Gwen even had the line about changing it. Because the evil when we get there, maybe play like whatever it is that doesn't get us copyright, like 3 seconds. But like Gwen says something like, while you were being monologuing like a James Bond villain, I reprogrammed Janeway.
I don't think she said that, but
well, she didn't say it exactly like that. But that was the gist. That was the.
Right. So anyway, they're making their plans for the rescue, and they also upgraded Janeway to be able to punch people and stuff.
Well, I mean, see. It is funny you brought that up, because when I was watching it, I honestly couldn't remember if she was able to physically interact with people before. But then I was like, well, the doctor could, so yeah, why not?
No, but she never did.
She never did.
She never did until this episode.
Was okay. See, I couldn't remember, but right. It didn't bother me because of the doctor.
Right, and then when they were working with the computer, Janeway looked at it and said, "Now that's a nice upgrade." So it seems like because
no, she said that when she changed her suit. I thought no,
because they hadn't put on the suits yet.
Oh, okay.
She said
Okay.
that when they
They're
were just-
rescuing the miners, Aravic, from where the doll escaped from.
right. So they get their plan together, and then they finally put on the uniforms, and we get this. Now,
We're still talking about the same episode, Mom.
yeah,
First one. It's my fault. I've derailed us a few times.
tangents abound. So
look at that. Look at those. They clean up nice. They look good in those suits.
Yeah.
Although I don't understand what Zero's got going on there. Is that like painter's tape wrapped around his leg or something?
I think so. Although I gotta say, these uniforms.
Why are they different? I don't get it. Like,
Yeah.
why aren't they Voyager
Why are
style?
they that different?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind the color. Like, if this is like cadet colors, fine. But why aren't they straight across the shoulder?
Yeah, and then at first I was like, what, are they all science officers? So like maybe this is cadet color, because blue is usually medic or science, right?
Well, this is like gray though. This is
it? Man, I'm colorblind.
Yeah.
It looked like
Yeah.
Carolina blue to me. Doesn't it
no,
look like
these are gray.
Chat, let me know. What's this look like? Gray or Carolina blue? I think it looks like Carolina blue. You know,
But
because
the
I was
color-
indoctrinated in the state of North Carolina when I was young.
I also don't like when we get the close up of the comm badge that the star is cut off on one side. I don't understand that.
Oh, yeah, I didn't notice that. If you,
Yeah.
well, if that comes up, pause it. So,
Yeah, I didn't. I did not like that. But
oh, man, Duke is puke and Wake is fake, and the state I hate is NC State. You can't go to heaven. in
Thomas
red
says
canoe
it looks
because
yellow.
God's favorite colors, Carolina blue.
because Thomas is correct.
very colorblind if he thinks that's yellow. I mean, that's like
Malfi says bluish gray. That helps.
only very slightly blue, very gray, bluish gray. Hey, look, man, that's a thing. That is a thing. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. You know, and as a
Well,
graphic
see, I
designer,
think
I
it's
shouldn't
bluish
admit this.
just from the lighting. I think that it's. I think that.
Well,
the
I get
fabric
that
is supposed to
because there's a later scene where they have Doll somewhere and his suit looks like it's gold instead of blue. And I was like, oh, did he figure out that the captain's supposed to be gold? But then I realized, oh,
Yeah,
no,
it's
that
just the
was
lighting.
The lighting.
And if it's
yeah.
gray, it would take on the color of anything around it. Because
Well, that's like my eyes. So I have gray eyes, but like sometimes they look blue, sometimes they look green.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
because
So,
gray is a very neutral color, so it takes
Yeah.
on anything that's around it.
yeah. Well, yeah. If I wear like a bright blue shirt, like right now, my eyes will look gray. But when I'm wearing blue, they look blue. When I wear green, like this is my whole life. I've been told this. You know what I mean? It's just like
Right.
they're. Isn't that called hazel? Is it called hazel?
I think
When your eyes
usually,
change
yeah,
color.
hazel is
Yeah.
what they usually refer to it as.
Yeah.
So then we get the protostar, warps in and lands. And let's see, we'll get
Dude,
to,
are you gonna show that? I mean, because that's gorgeous. You're talking about when it like when it just like they talk about shit porn. It's just
Well,
like, it's like how I like.
only
You know
shows
what?
so much.
I was gonna be real vulgar, but I won't. Because
You're
my
a
mom's
vulgar
my
kind of
mom
guy.
my mom's in the chat and she doesn't need to know that kind of stuff.
Trying to
Hey,
get-
thank you, Captain Fandom Nerd. Yeah, on my channel he says it sounds better too. So yeah, it was just look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, so there's the ship coming in.
How many seconds can we play without a copyright claim? Just let it play for a second.
Now, the thing I like is, and I'll tell you, this is something I meant to say earlier, is that one thing I really like about the Protostar, and this is
Damn,
something
look at that ship. Oh my god, sorry. It's
all right.
gorgeous.
But I've said this about starships in the past, as far as designing a new ship. And one of the reasons the shuttle bay is actually, Brian, in the front.
Yeah. It's kind of like
do
in Star
see that,
Wars. Again, it's a ripoff from Star Wars. Because when they land, they have the little drawbridge, just like all the Star Wars ships. Did you notice
Yeah.
that, Mike? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was another thing that when I saw that kind of pissed me off. That's coming up here in a minute.
Yeah, we'll see that in just a second. But yeah, so but one thing that I really do like is that
Because it's always been the back door with Star Trek, hasn't it? Cargo bay's always been the back door.
Always been in the back. This is the first one I've seen with the shuttle bay in the front.
Yeah,
but the thing about this ship is that it's small, and that's something I really
is it small. Like I need some kind of reference photo. I need something to contextualize its size because I don't. You know what I mean? It's hard to tell, man. I have no idea.
If you look at the it's smaller than any
Thomas. All I got to do is peep on your Instagram, and I'm good for days. I'm just
Well, okay. So if you look, what the?
Sorry. Okay,
dude.
You know what? I'll put myself in timeout for
that. You get back here.
I never left.
Yeah, I know, but anyway. So if you notice, like, look at these windows. All right, you see what I'm talking about? You okay there, dude?
Yes.
Sorry. Little cough there. Anyway. Yeah. These are the actual windows that we see people sitting in front of.
Sorry. Gorilla says he has to activate chipmunk mode. So he's like double speeding to catch up. That's hilarious. My mom does that too.
Yeah. But notice these are the actual windows on the side of the ship that we see people sitting in.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is it black?
This is the big window on the bridge.
That's the bridge. Yeah, but so
that's the window there.
Can you? That's as big as you can make it, huh?
Yeah. Well, this is full screen right here.
Yeah. So they're black. I thought they were like. Honestly, this is how I guess stupid I am. If you're right, I thought those were like some type of like maybe solar panels or something.
No, those are the actual windows.
Then why is it black? Like the other windows
because they're not in there.
I don't know. That seems like a hallway. No,
that's where they were hanging. Look at the shape of the windows, and then notice like when they were in the room, that's the same shape as the windows were when they were in that room.
See, Brian, it depends on how big the damn ship is. Because if it's as small as Salty's saying, no, you only need one club. You only need one club. But if it's huge, well then that's not like I want to.
There's the mess hall, and then on the other side it could be something else, like a rec room or whatever.
Okay, Lancer, we already had this discussion. Thank you for joining us. This is my first time seeing you.
Yeah.
This ship this is what happens when Enterprise E and Voyager have a baby. That's what this is.
And it's the size of a baby compared to those ships.
According to him. I don't subscribe to that yet. I have not seen a reference. I have no idea how big this platform is.
Okay, well, let me see if I can find something to get, because there are shots in this episode where you see people.
I want to see it next to another Federation ship, which I think we're going to get soon, because Janeway, and I feel bad, is like Chakotay dead? Like her whole the real Janeway, her whole motivating force is to find Chakotay because she thinks Chakotay's on this ship and he's clearly not. Did they kill Chakotay? Like, are we gonna have like a sad? Nobody spoil this. Nobody spoil this. If you know, I'm having a conversation with someone who's seen exactly the same amount as me.
Right.
So. But what do you think about that, dude? Do you think Chakotay's like dead?
I hope not.
I mean, I agree, but like, what?
No.
Like, didn't that
I don't know.
mind watching these episodes? Like,
now look at that shot.
That's still hard to tell, man. Although, look at that, yeah, straight out of effing Star Wars. That's where the deflector dish is on a fucking star. I'm sorry, I cussed. That's where the deflector dish is supposed to be on a Federation ship. Not the.
But I'm just saying, for scale purposes, this is like about the size that a Jeep would drive down.
No, well, if that's the case, then this is roughly the size of the NX-01. Wait a minute, which makes sense because I was going to ask you this. That just triggered my memory.
But the NX-01 is a tiny ship.
No, it is. Yeah. This ship is an NX something or other. So I wanted to ask you about
experimental. Remember, NX in the later era of Trek, NX simply means it's experimental.
Is that what it is? Okay. Yeah. Okay.
That's why, remember, Excelsior was NX 2000 in Star Trek 3, and then in Star Trek 6 it was NCC 2000.
Yes, but when did they? So NX is officially like prototypical, like
NX means that it's an experimental. Ship.
Experimental.
NCC is an official commission, so now it's no longer considered.
All right, well, cool. All right, well, then I like that they. Then I appreciate that more. I meant to ask you about that like a week or two ago,
which makes sense. So a proto drive or whatever they call it, the proto warp drive.
CC just got home. I told him about the Nashville opportunity.
The what? Oh, you did?
Yeah, but I shouldn't have. I think I got his hopes up too much. How did it go?
So
she's sick. She don't feel good.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well,
hi.
So you guys gonna come here?
No, they didn't talk about it. Apparently, the wife was sick, and that's why she's here so early.
Could be possibility.
Well, you don't tease them because you know.
I agree, Thomas. Making the Enterprise an NX class was really stupid in Enterprise the series.
Oh, speaking of Enterprise, did you read that comicbook.com article?
Which one?
It just came out like yesterday or the day before. Scott Bakula. Some convention somewhere because there's one every damn weekend on planet Earth.
Right.
Scott Bakula was doing some kind of fundraiser for Billingsley, the guy that played Phlox. He does some kind of like charity. I forget what it is. I think it's got to do with like feeding people or something.
Right.
So he did like week 2 of some kind of fundraiser. I think it was like an online Comic-Con type of thing or whatever.
Okay.
And he had Scott Bakula on, and one of the fan questions. Damn, I need to pull it up. I don't want to miss. Like one of the fan questions was like, well, there were like 3, but the first one was, "Hey, would you ever consider reprising your role?" You know, they were using Picard as an example. The guy who's like, you know, in light of things like shows like Picard, would you ever consider entertaining the idea, or would you ever be willing to come back and play Archer? You know, like an older version of Archer. And he's always said no in the past. That's what makes this newsworthy.
He finally say yes?
He said yes. And then he took it a step further because a different fan was like, hey, you know how Prodigy's got Janeway and Chakotay and the original voice actors came back and they did that. And then you've got Lower Decks where Nana Visitor and Quark came back and did their voices. Would you ever consider doing that? And he was like, oh, I've done all kinds of voice acting work. I'd do that. And like, he basically was like, he was like more hyped about that than the live action.
Yeah, he'd do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, so you didn't hear about this. Wow. So like, I thought that was really cool, especially considering the fact that he said no to Quantum Leap. You know,
I would love to see, you know, more than, you know, like the Picard series was, you know, it could have been okay, but they kind of dropped the ball with. But I would love to see a follow-up series for Enterprise.
Oh, I would too.
Yeah.
Somebody in the chat just reminded me. So I've asked Vader and Kadish twice now. I think they like you more. That or the answer is no, and they just like or think they're gonna like hurt my feelings. But can you reach out to them and find out if we're coming back for Picard? Because if not, we'll do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I ain't worried about it. I mean, if they want us back, great. If they don't,
okay, fair enough. You see, that's what people. Is that what it means when people call me thirsty? Because like somebody would have said in like, oh, stop being thirsty. Is that what?
I'd say don't stress over it. We'll build our own.
I'm not stressing. I'm just, you know, I just want to like plan it. I don't care if I do it with Salty Trekker or Salty Nerd,
right?
Because both.
Well, you know that's why
either way,
we'll We'll build our own dang studio and say, screw those guys. We'll outsalt the salty trekkers.
Well, I'll
We're salty nerds.
yeah. Hey, that's 100% up to see. I do know that's a hell of a lot closer to my mom, so I'm not against it. But like the fact that weed's not legal there, even medically, that is a tad concerning because.
Well, like I said, it's actually currently being debated, and but Ken, stop talking about that.
All I was going to say was, please, may I say the one thing? You know how people
don't understand.
What?
You don't understand YouTube.
I know. That's why. Yeah. Okay. You're right.
You gotta stop. All right. Just learn. Certain subjects don't talk.
Thank you, Master. I am your Padawan. I am.
Yes.
I will try. I will do better.
That's why I need the salt gun to shoot you with. Yes, I know. You see, you keep jumping down and then you want to come back up. What is your deal? Crazy little dog.
He says he says he was gonna if we move out to Nashville, first he says he's gonna tase me, and now he says he's gonna use a salt gun anytime I like mess up, because he'd be in person. Like what? I thought he was trying to talk me into moving out there, not talk me out of it.
I got backup now.
See, I'll tase him whenever he's bad. See? Do you want to move out here? I'll tase him. See, she likes it. I saw her smiling.
I already told you she would. Of course she loves that idea.
See, I told you it'd be in the plus column.
No, they cancel each other out, so it's fine.
All right, so back to it. By the way, here's a picture of them literally standing in front of the ship.
See, that's a better. That's a better. Damn, it's bigger than the NX-01 then. That's like.
That's a bit. It's probably about the size of a Connie.
Yeah.
But also
the first 2 or 3 Enterprises, like it's about that size.
No, it's not 2 or 3. It's about the size of a Connie, I think.
Okay.
But the other thing, one thing you gotta keep in mind is that
weren't the first 3? We're talking the OG, the A, and the B. Those were all Constitution class. They didn't change classes until C.
The OG, the OG and the A were both Connies. The B was an Excelsior class.
No, the C. Was the B an Excelsior class?
The B was an Excelsior class.
Oh, you're right. That was the one in Generations.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay, the first 2. My bad. I meant the first 2.
But what I was going to say is that the one thing you got to remember, they do show a cutaway diagram at one point on the wall. I'll try to find a shot of it, not today, but I'll find a shot of it one of these times.
Are we still on episode 9, by the way, or because
that's why we got to hurry up.
Okay,
but the bulk of the ship is taken up by the proto drive.
How is that when?
Very little of the ship.
What's the slimy dude's name again? The gelatinous Murph.
Murph.
How does Murph swallow the protostar and not get any bigger if it's that damn big?
Well, no, he just swallows the proto core, apparently. Which, by the way, that to me breaks Star Trek right there, because you now have, because remember, this show they say is canon. This is not just a kiddie show that doesn't count. They said this show is canonical.
Somebody, hey man, what is it? Obama used to say, "Trust but verify." Can somebody in the chat verify that? Because I don't think that's true.
This was from the last Star Trek day.
There's no way this shit ain't canon.
Like
Get
I
out
said,
of here.
This was from the last Star Trek day out of Kurtzman's mouth. Right? They actually said this was a canonical show because they asked in the Q&A. And when they had the panel,
inspect what you expect. I need somebody in the chat. Help me out here, people. Come on, people. Is he telling the truth?
Here's my problem with that. Is that means that there is now an actual species, and of course we know from episode 11 that's a species known by the Federation, actual species.
Yeah. In fact, he knew who he was before he even came through the detector. Remember, he knew
Right.
who that dude. He knew who Murph
Right.
was before he
This
even walked through
species can literally swallow a warp core, not just a photon grenade, a warp core.
No, isn't the protostar's thing
Well, it's even more.
a
I know,
dying
but I'm just
star?
saying,
Like, yeah, it's like
it's
that's even
more powerful than a warp core. So I'm saying it
Yeah.
could swallow a warp core. It can go bigger than a warp core, whatever a proto core is, and live.
They told us already in one of the first. It's a basically a star going supernova. It's a dying star.
This
And
thing
they
can
just
eat
harness
a
its power.
supernova. It is, and so why when these if my gosh, why don't they figure out what this thing is made out of and coat their ships with it?
You know what? I got something I can coat you with, buddy. I can coat you with knowledge. All right, let's move on. These 2 episodes, I think a lot of what I've said is from the next episode because the two they're really like one episode. The way I watched it, it was just
All right, let's see. So we got the. I'm kind of trying to get to the right shot here.
That's what she
blah,
said.
blah 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 blah. Oh,
Blah blah blah. Oh, I don't know if any of you guys have noticed my funny shirt today. Robots in disguise, and it's just the Decepticon logo with a mustache.
So that's that's their disguise.
Yeah.
All right, so I just wanted to show you. So remember, I was complaining about the badge. There's a nice.
Oh, yeah, that doesn't look right at all. Like I never even know. It looks like a check mark or a
Yeah,
J.
they cut the command star in half.
Yeah,
and they cut the bottom off.
That didn't make sense. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like a J or a check mark at best. Like that doesn't.
Yeah, I can't stand that. That it bugs me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I agree. Thanks for pointing out yet another flaw I didn't notice.
Yeah.
Because I'm usually stoned when I watch cartoons.
So Gwen turns herself over, and of course, Dad immediately says,
"Oh,
yeah, you know what? We're going to go ahead and keep our deal, but we're going to blow up."
You skipped a lot. You skipped a lot. She was pissing me off because she was the one that motivated Doll to do this thing because we're a family, we're in this together, and then talks him into it and keeps making him big, oh, I got your back, I'm your number one now.
Well, remember it was,
and then the second her gaslighting piece of crap father, self-censored there, just the whole he's just gaslighting her, tricks her. She turns her back on all of her friends like that. I was actually legit pissed,
right?
And the fact that her, which is good. I mean, that's good writing. But the fact that it only took one episode for her, for the negative repercussions to be reversed, that bothered me as well. That should have been a way longer thing than 1 or 2 episodes.
I agree, but again, I will give that to the fact that it's a kid's show, so they shorten stuff because I don't.
You know what? You see, man, why are we watching this? This is for kids. Why is this canon? This is for really.
I don't know.
This is why people give me shit. My really good friend of mine, Taja, is.
And Lancer says, "Why do we hate Chekhov's badge? Get it, Chekhov's."
Yeah. Ha ha ha. Oh wow, man.
Frozen. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
So clever, so funny.
So very clever.
Yeah. Anyway, what?
Oh, my camera's frozen because.
Oh shit.
It freezes sometimes.
Well, where was I before I got derailed by Mr. McFarland over here? I was saying
Mr.
something.
McFarland.
Brian, wasn't that?
Oh, sure. I was thinking Seth MacFarlane.
Oh,
there we go. I have a little
McFarlane. I said McFarland, like Todd McFarland.
Yeah. Let me know if it freezes again.
I didn't even see it freeze the first time. So.
No. But yeah, it freezes when I'm using multiple monitors on this computer sometimes.
So This like yeah, no, I was that's what I was saying. I was really pissed at this chick.
Yeah, I thought it was on the one hand I saw I was kind of pissed, but then I was also thinking, okay, is this part of the plan?
Exactly. See, I didn't know. This is a thing where they had us in the blind, and it was part of the plan, which we find out later. Which then I was like, I felt bad for being pissed at her. That was where I was going with that. So thank you.
So yeah. So I was mixed on it at the time.
Brian, is he frozen again? He's not frozen to me. Brian says you're frozen.
No, that was earlier. That was
earlier. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe am I behind on the? Oh
no,
no, I'm behind on the.
All right. So when he blows up the power generator, it ends up, wiping out gravity. Now this is a good Chekhov's gun moment. Because and I did like this. They're all screaming and freaking out because there's no gravity. They're worried about the fact that the oxygen is going to run out in a matter.
Yeah, but isn't all of this an act? This is all an act, right?
Yes, this was actually well done.
Yes,
I like this because I actually bought into that they were worried.
I did too, man. Like this was like, yeah.
So this was well done as far as the act that they were pulling off to try and fool them. And then as soon as the protostar warped away, they're like, "Okay, guys, stop faking. Let's get to work.
Let's get to work." Yeah. Because we saw them working on those jetpacks earlier.
Yeah, that's the funny thing. We knew that he had jetpacks, but we forgot about it.
Exactly.
No,
that's
So they whip out the jetpacks and they start working on restoring power and everything.
And they fooled me also with Murph inside of.
Totally got me with Murph.
Yeah.
But then we didn't think Murph could swallow a freaking protocore.
Right?
Come on.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That was stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, that's still stupid.
It is, but again, as you guys keep reminding me, this is a kids show, so it's written for kids. So
yes, but now it's canon that there's a creature that can.
Nobody in chat is verified. I do not think this show is canon. I do not believe that. There's no way this show's canon. This is a kids show. This is an offshoot. You know what I mean? This is like a.
You jump down and you immediately want to come back up. You are so stupid.
Oh, the dog.
Yeah. I'm not. Yeah, what I'm talking about you.
I thought you were talking about me jumping like.
Yeah. So they're floating around.
Well, Thomas Potts says it is canon. Well, then that is a effing shame. Wow.
And so the episode ends with them like, all right, let's get to work.
This is really one episode. Hurry it up. Get to the next one. It doesn't end here.
That's what
it's
I said.
like
That's
a
the
cut
end
from
of
here
episode.
to there. Yeah.
So I'm going to get the next episode loaded up. So, do a song and dance for everybody while I'm doing that.
So, even though I know Michael does not like wrestling, I do know he's Christian and he's compassionate, and I don't think he would mind. All
right, I'm done.
One half of the current Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, Jay Briscoe, died in a car crash.
I'm sorry.
Ago, while driving his daughters to cheer practice. And the sad thing is, it's not like usually, a wrestler dies in a car crash, you assume drugs or alcohol is involved. No, not on his end anyway. Somebody skipped a median, hit him head on while he was taking his daughters to their cheer practice. And the driver of that car and Jay Briscoe were declared dead on the scene. They probably died instantly. One of Jay Briscoe's daughters, last I heard, and we're going to be talking about this again on Sunday on Dork Side of the Ring, which will be on my channel, the Dork Knight. and also on the primarily anyway, on the Pop Culture Minefield channel. Sunday at 11 a.m. Pacific, whatever that is, in whatever time zone, and wherever on planet Earth you are. You do the math, because I'm a little high, which is why I may not be able to actually move.
Please
to
don't talk
Nashville.
about that.
Really, dude? It's legal. Yeah, okay,
Doesn't
all right,
matter. It's against terms of service.
Is it really?
Yes.
Okay.
You got to watch that. You know,
Isn't
be a
there like
YouTuber,
another,
you gotta learn
like
that.
Rumble or something else? Isn't there? Aren't there other services? Anyway, I don't want to. So, where was I?
You were saying that you're going to be talking about it on your live stream.
Oh yeah, one of his daughters, last I heard, was stable condition, but his oldest daughter, was in critical condition, and it sounds like she might be paralyzed. They were operating on her back last I read, and it's just heartbreaking. I'm a father of 4. I have two girls, 2 boys. They range in age from 14 to 24, and he had 3. He had his oldest was a boy, and then he had 2 girls, and the son obviously wasn't with him, but it's just heartbreaking, So I know you're not a wrestling fan, but you're a compassionate Christian.
No, that's I understand.
Like prayers for Jay Briscoe and his family.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's rough, man. I can understand that. That's
and his real name was Jalen Pugh, but like if you wanted to Google it, I mean, he's Jay Briscoe.
Right. Well, thanks for dragging down the live stream, buddy.
Well, now we can bring it back up. It's your fault. You told me to kill some dead air.
Yeah, that doesn't mean, hey, say the most depressing thing possible. Thank you. But check out
the most depressing thing possible, I think I could tell you, is the fact that I haven't had. Or, never mind. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, that's not depressing. Yeah, you don't have to look for Cece. I'll talk to her later.
No, she's watching.
Here, let me text her right now.
No, she's watching us on her computer over there. Here, look.
Good. I'm going to text her anyway.
So look.
Hey, Cece,
Do you see her? Do you see her?
Yeah. Hi, Cece. I see you there. I'm saving up for that taser.
That's not funny, baby.
No, it's not funny. I'm being serious. I already got the salt gun.
All right, man. Let's get through this episode.
All right, so we start out with the most
bitch.
menacing shot.
Although, you know what? I hate to say that because it was all part of the plan. But that's how fooled she had me. I still remember, like, watching it, remembering it. That's how mad I was at her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but it's all part of the plan, people. She's not really stupid. So.
Right. So they figured that it was a possibility that she would have to go with him. And so meanwhile, and then he converts Janeway into evil Janeway.
Evil.
And you can tell she's evil Janeway because she has eyeliner.
Oh, like, yeah. What's that? Is that what that's called? I thought, isn't that like,
She has massive eyeliner on. That's
called, there's mascara. There's, I don't know, man. I'm not a chick,
Yeah.
But yeah, no, she's
mascara
very emo.
is what you put on your eyelashes.
Oh, okay. She's very emo looking, I would say. Very, very, very pale, very, black hair, black outfit.
Dark lipstick.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Didn't you say earlier you thought this was a ruse? Because this totally wasn't, which I'm going to prove to you in a little bit.
Well, I know that evil Janeway does do a couple of things for him.
Yeah, no, this is not a ruse. Like, this is actual evil Janeway.
No, because remember, the reason I think that this is part of the ruse is the whole point was to buy time. They wanted him to go away long enough for them to
All right.
get the
Hey,
ship going.
guys, let us know in the chat because we'll get there. There's literally a line. You know, I made the joke about the James Bond monologuing thing. She doesn't say that,
We'll
but it's
get to that,
basically,
but-
yeah, like that's why I think this is an actual, real, compromised, evil hologram Janeway.
I think that was a setup because there's no way that she reprogrammed Janeway on the spot that quickly.
Who says it was that quickly? She's probably working on it right now.
No, she's not working on it. She's
But you don't
standing
know.
right there.
Are we looking at her? I don't know, man. I don't know.
Right.
It's a cartoon, bro.
I think that no, they already set it up, and that she just hit the switch. But they remember, the whole point is they want him to get far away, and then have to and then realize that he doesn't have the proto drive, and then he has to come back. But they need to buy enough time so that they can get the other ship up and running and get everybody off the asteroid.
All right, look.
That's the whole plan.
I agree. That is the plan. But I do not think I don't know. I think the evil Janeway was an actual evil Janeway. Hologram evil Janeway was actually an evil hologram. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it was part of the ruse. I think everything else was. I think that was like oh shit, we got to fix this on the fly kind of thing, you know. Kind of like them blowing up the gravity controls, because even the kid doll says that. He's like, we didn't plan for that, but we knew he'd do something, you know.
So then we have gratuitous gay time.
Is that what this was?
Yeah.
I mean,
I thought this was
so here's the thing. Wow,
stupid.
you're such a chauvinist. So this is how I took it. Person on the right, identifies as a male. Because I'm trying to be PC. Person on the left identifies as a female. And I was like, oh, that's sweet.
They both had male voices.
You see, there you
And
go.
they were like,
there you go. There you go. There you
and
go. Wow.
So
I bet you're going to tell me Miss Universe had a man's voice, right? Right? Is that what you're going to say?
Universe?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The lady who just won Miss Universe. The lady who just won Miss Universe. You're going to tell me.
I don't know anything about the lady that won Miss Universe.
Oh, wow, man. You know what? You got to be more topical. You got to stay on top of things. It's just
sorry. You know what? I have more important things to worry about than who wins Miss Universe.
I don't care. It was just all over the news because it was a man who won.
Oh, well, then a man shouldn't be competing in Miss Universe.
Well, this man identifies as a woman.
Well, you know what? We're not going to get into that topic right now.
So
because
And when I watched the clip, this person, because I'm already going to get canceled. This individual.
Oh, don't worry, I'll get canceled right along with you.
When they open their mouths, when they open, hold up,
you're that thing.
I agree with you, but when this person opened their mouth and started to talk, like
hi,
their voice was deeper than mine.
All right.
That's all I'm saying. Hey, just like Desire from Sandman or Ian from Quantum Leap, I mean, beautiful man. I mean, like, I live in Vegas. I've been fooled before. I've told the story. I'm not hating.
Confirmed. Danny slept with men.
No. No. I've told the story, bro. No, I've made out with men, but I didn't know they were men when I did it. And then when we got to the hotel and I saw a penis, the first time I threw up and then I left. The second time, I just left. It was just like, okay, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I'm never getting fooled again. I've already, I've been fooled twice. No. No other reason alone. I hope she.
Yeah, I know. I need to get the taser right now. Anyway, but no, the point of this, even if one of them had a female voice, This was completely unnecessary. And
Are
quite
you still
frankly,
hung up on this? I thought it was funny. I laughed. It made me laugh out loud.
Well, you might have laughed, but do you think this is appropriate for a kids show? For the first thing that happened.
Yes,
Well,
well, you know what? Hold up. Were they presented? Were they presented as males? Like with the, because I don't honestly remember.
We never see their faces, but they both have male voices.
They both have male voices. Are we sure about that? So these actors were male voice actors?
Yes, I checked.
Okay. Well then, shit. That is kind of problematic for a kid's show, but it also kind of makes sense because they're doing. Look, man, I'm gonna.
But here's my problem. It doesn't matter. I'm not talking. Look, I'm not a homophobe, but my problem here is
I'm not
that,
either. And my brother's
first
gay,
thing that
and I've talked about all this, but this I get what you're saying. This is problematic because if this is supposed to be like the rating is 7, it's for kids who are 7, is what it says, 7 and up.
Right. And the first thing that happens when they can communicate is, oh, I can talk now. Let's get it on. And it's like, no.
They weren't trying to get. Wow, man. Is that where your mind went?
No, look at them.
What, put it on
first
you.
thing they do is they're like, oh, I have such intense feelings for you. And they start to go for it.
Hey, let's try this. No, they don't. Mute it, but put on the closed caption and push play. And let's read it together. I can't turn on
closed caption. This is a downloaded video.
Oh, that's lame. Hold up.
Well, remember, you can't show what they.
I know. I have.
But you see, look. See, they're like holding hands, and
see,
they're saying, "Oh, I have."
You know what, man? I maybe look. I love you, man. Maybe you are kind of homophobic. I feel like you're projecting. I know. I didn't get any of those.
No, it has nothing to do with their gender. It has to do with the fact that you know what? I don't think what we need in a kids show is for the first thing when people can talk is for them to suddenly
episode 10, 356. Hold please. Episode 10. Episode 10.
And now he's got to go there.
What? Go where?
And yes, Gorilla, he got fooled twice. He did 2 men.
No, I already explained this, god damn it.
Yes, I think Lauren Drag would fool him.
And first of all, the 2 men that fooled me, and all we did was make out, would have fooled any heterosexual male who can hear my voice right now. I swear to God. Beautiful.
So are
it was not even fair.
Finding that because we got things to do here, buddy?
Yes, man. I'm trying. Like, what's the minute marker? Is it what? I can't.
About 350.
Okay. Play. Oh no! It was no. That's not right. Hold up. It was more like 250. One more. Okay, here we go.
No, it's like 350.
No, well, it's 256 on mine. I'm going to mute it. I have my closed captioning on. I'm going to share.
Well, you can't share it because remember.
Yes, I can't watch, bro. No, you don't know.
It'll just be a black screen.
No, it won't. I bet you $100 off my debt to you.
Whatever. What do you have? Like a different browser that'll do it? Just tell me what it's turn off your. We don't need to risk a copyright by playing it.
Well, then just don't share it. Okay. It says where'd it go? All right, he goes. Get to the Rev 12 for the whole players. Get to the Rev 12, and then okay, here it goes. I understand you, and I understand you. How? And then he explains shortwave. I don't think we get copyright claim. There's no sound. And he goes immediately. My name is this. And I'm Tordo. After so many years, it's so nice to finally talk. I've been holding these feelings in for so long. And then the kid goes, "I'm sorry to interrupt this beautiful moment." So like those feelings could have been anything. And I don't know.
He says, I held in these feelings. They start to hold hands.
They did start to hold hands. Yeah. No. Yeah. They did. No. Well, I was trying to play it, bro. You wouldn't let me.
I know.
I mean, So stop.
But
sharing.
and then Dahl pushes them away because they've got to get
He's
in the
like,
ship.
yeah, we got stuff to do because at this point,
it's a life and death situation, and they'd rather hold
not
hands.
only right. Well, yeah, but not only that. At this point in time, Dahl can only communicate with so many people within his proximity because he hasn't upgraded their ankle bracelets yet.
Right, they have to be near a communicator.
Yeah. So,
all right. So then, Rock and Pog find the
gorilla. Okay, fair enough. Well, because I'm a degenerate who lives in Las Vegas. To your first question, and to your second,
if you show the video, you'll get the.
I didn't know. I didn't know that. My bad. Okay. All right. Cool deal. All right.
Yeah, the copyright bots will hit video or audio. It just.
All right. I hate to do this. We can go long. This is fun. I drank the reason I use this cup is because I can fit 2 12-ounce cans of soda in it, and I already did that in like an hour and a half. I gotta pee, so I'll be back. You can either continue and I'll catch up, or you pontificate on whatever.
All
you want,
right.
But I'll catch up. I don't mind.
All right. Well, so Thomas, yes, I agree. Lauren Drag would fool him. We now know Danny's thing with men in drag. It's just true. Yeah. And it's also true, Gorilla, that even if he did bet me the $100, he'd still owe me $479. That is very true. And let's see. And you'd think that the Adam's apple would be a dead giveaway, but apparently not for Danny. He's just one of those guys that doesn't look at the I'd think that the certain bulge would be the giveaway, but maybe not. Hey, I'm not judging. I mean, hey, whatever floats your boat, Danny likes dudes. That's okay. I don't know how Cece feels about it, but that's between him and Cece. I mean, honestly, I'll tell you, I know his mom's listening. I should stop. Well, you guys aren't saying anything, so what do you want to talk about while we're waiting for Danny to get back? From his Jaloja break. And I know you're not judging either, Donnie. We're an accepting crowd around here. And that's important. We shouldn't judge others, just generally speaking, because this is the way. That's my favorite 3D print so far, I think. That helmet came out really nice. I can't wait to paint that. Stop it, Hervik. We're not going there. We are not going there. Oh, Lordy. But yeah, once I get this room properly done, I'm going to do like a video tour of the room. I have some good plans for it. Well, I think, the Mandalorian trailer, I got to say, I really liked it. I thought that it looks like this season, The Mandalorian is going to be interesting. There's going to be obviously a lot of Mandalorians. So that's something I'm very excited about. So yeah, very much looking forward to it. And yes, Brian, since you mentioned it, I'm working on, there's a couple of things. So as far as the 3D printing stuff, while we're waiting,
I'm so sorry about that, but
no, that's all cool.
Cece was just picking on me. If you guys could have heard me, it was funny. I was just like,
but yeah, let me finish what I was saying though. There's a couple things I'm going to be working on the 3D printing side. I'm going to start selling some stuff on eBay to try and raise some money, mainly just to pay bills. But in addition to that,
screw the fees on eBay, man. I can help you. I can make you like you have a YouTube channel. I can make you like a simple one-page site. I won't charge you a damn dime, and you just like you can make. I can teach you how to make buttons through Cash App or PayPal or anything you want to use, man, and make it look legit. And we could do it together, just like bullshitting over a Zoom meeting or whatever.
Right.
I guess in your case,
well, the best way to do it is to do both, because that way people that don't see that
eBay fees are way too much, dude.
Oh, I agree.
They're way too much. Like
the problem is driving traffic. That's where
you've got what, like thousands of
YouTube but I don't get thousands of people watching my videos every week. Unfortunately,
yeah, but you can still leverage it. There are things I can show you. You can do little things like under you can actually add like e-commerce to your YouTube page. You know, like I can. We'll talk after.
We'll talk about that because that's something I want to do. But hold on a second, because I'm going to take a quick Geologia break as well. So
okay, fair enough. So now it's my turn. So, Salty Trigger, my rant on Velma. Yeah, I'm not going to engage in the Velma thing at all. Oh man, I should have had him share my screen before he left. Shoot, man. Hey, are you? No, he's gone. All right. Well, anyway, I was going to show you guys. So, I've been working on my what? Oh, okay. I've been working on my YouTube thing. I was going to show you guys, but it's a lot of work. Ugh, like I don't know. I don't like this kind of stuff. I like this kind of stuff. You know, if that makes sense. Cece, what are you saying thank you to Mom for? Because was it something in the other chat or maybe I don't know. So while these two episodes, which really, so this was the culmination of this was the penultimate episode and the final episode, the mid-season finale. Is the one we're in now. And while I was saying earlier, these felt the most Star Trek to me, they also have clear, like, it's just too over the top, too similar to Star Wars for me. And we keep bringing up the fact that this is a kid's show. And maybe that's why they went with that, because they feel like, Star Wars is more kid-friendly and all the toys and shit they've sold since the 70s. But it's just, as a fan of Star, like if I wasn't doing this show with Mike to review Prodigy for all of you fine people watching me try to kill time, I probably would have stopped watching it. Sadly, before this episode, because so far, this episode 9 and 10, the two-parter, which should just be, really just should have just been released as one episode, is my favorite thing from them so far. So I would not have seen this. So I guess the silver lining is that. But I don't know if I'm going to get over this whole Star Wars thing. Oh, good. You're back. Oh, hold up. Hey, Danny, did you see the CGI Elvis stuff on America's Got Talent? I think I come in. No, I did not. Brian, please send me that link or tell me what to Google, because that sounds cool. I have not seen that. Anyway, Mike, what's up?
All right, back to it.
Yes.
So,
and I stayed on topic. I didn't talk wrestling at all.
I'm amazed. I'm truly amazed. But I know you mentioned that I should have let you share your screen, but then you probably would have gotten me a copyright strike, knowing you.
No, I was just going to show my.
Of course, this stream will probably get a copyright strike anyway. The last few have. But unlike the one Wednesday stream, they haven't taken them down. They usually just say, can't monetize, which I'm okay with.
So I've seen can't monetize, and then I've seen
They have can't monetize. You have to take out stuff or take it down.
Yes. So what's the one? It's probably the can't monetize, because I got a message that said you can't monetize it, but if you keep it in your video, we're going to pay the people who are allowed to monetize it.
Right.
We're
They'll
still,
say
we're still going to show ads on your shit, but we're going to give the money to them.
Right.
You know,
that's basically, there's can't monetize it, and then there's we're going to monetize it.
Yeah.
And so, which CBS usually does the we're going to monetize it, which I'm okay with, because, you know, if look, I like doing the commentary on it. I have Patreon supporters, and sometimes people do super chats, and so and honestly, the ad revenue is like, you know, 3 cents at best.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know anything about this because I can't even, you know, I'm always a guest and I'm just now starting to
ad
build
revenue
my channel.
Is nothing.
And I have to have, like, before I can even monetize, I have to have like 900,000 followers. Yeah. So like, I don't see that happening.
It'll be well, you'll get it eventually, but it'll be a while.
Yeah. So I just feel, or go ahead. Sorry.
But yeah, it's just that the ad revenue on YouTube, unless you have hundreds of thousands of subs, the ad revenue just doesn't mean much. But Patreon and super chats can add up very quickly.
That's cool.
And so that's where, you know, so if they want to monetize it because I'm showing clips, I don't care.
What was your you know, I subscribed as, you know, a friend. What was it, like Onyx and Zircon or something like that? What was Zircon So, are you guys never going to show your faces on that? Because all it is right now is just
right now it's just
you're basically just being you're like it's like going to Sunday, you know, like a Bible study on Sunday.
Yeah, that's just what I have right now, but that's not all that's going to be.
Well, like, you going to ever let your wife do a voiceover? I mean, I feel like,
well, actually,
where's the Onyx part, bro?
No, on that channel, we're going to do a couple other things. So I'm working with, there's a friend of mine right now that we're going to hopefully start doing a weekly podcast with the two of us. That'll be our faces. And then my wife and I will do a weekly video as well, which will show our faces. So there'll be a couple of
with this whole, like, because you're about to do this whole, like, you're not even going to do your Sunday stuff on here anymore. Like, you're going to do your Sunday stuff on that other channel, right? I think.
Right. The Sunday morning is going to be on that channel.
So, so you're basically going, you know, balls out Christian channel. That's like 100% going to be a Christian channel.
It's that's going to be mostly a Christian channel.
I get you. So here's the thing.
This channel is going to be a balls out nerd Star Trek channel, basically.
Right. Yeah. So you ought to have my mom on your other show sometime.
Oh yeah, she'd be welcome.
She'd probably get tickled pink by that because she loves talking about Jesus Christ.
Well, once we get the podcast established, then we'll talk about having guests on there and stuff.
There you go.
But first, we got to get things established.
What Elvis link, dude? You keep talking about it. Send it to me.
Then on this channel, we'll keep doing. Obviously, we'll keep doing the nerd fights, and then we'll do some edited content for Star Trek.
What do you call Mondays? Your nerd life, right?
Mondays we've been doing the the nerd life, just the
nerd life.
The panel on, and then we'll keep doing the nerd fights. We'll do edited Star Trek videos, and then I'll start doing some 3D printing stuff on here too.
Hey man, I still want to throw out there, I would love to, like, we pick like a Star Trek television show.
Right. Well, we already talked. We're going to do that.
I don't care if it's the animated series, Enterprise, the original series, any of them. Pick one.
Right.
And that could be our filler for when we don't have, you know what I mean?
Right. Well, when we're done with Prodigy, we'll figure out which show we want to do next.
Yeah.
You know, and then just start working our way through it.
Well, anyway, I was trying to say, if we stick with the animated thing, I think it could be cool because nobody else. I haven't seen this. I think we should review. I think we should review the
series.
Yeah, I think we should do that. We should do like you can do the math, figure out like how many episodes we should review per show. Probably 4, but I don't know what the breakdown is.
I wouldn't go that deep, because if we really want to do a deep dive on it, because I'll tell you, the Star Trek the Animated Series is much deeper per episode than these.
Well, then we can just do 2 per episode. Yeah, because I don't know. Yeah, we should do that. No, Mom.
I'm just saying,
Mom,
the stories and the writing is way deeper than this stuff.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, because, DC Fontana and people like that. But no, Mom, I did want to do the original series, but the Salty Nerds stole my idea. It's not really an original idea, so they didn't steal shit.
They already did the original series?
No, they announced that they're going, once they're done with their studio, their next Patreon project is going to be, they're going to review every single episode of Star Trek the original series. For the Patreon content. And then they're going to pick something else. And I'm like, damn it. But you know what?
Well, if they're just doing it for Patreon subscribers, then screw them. We'll do it for everybody.
I want to do the animated series.
Right. We'll start with the animated series. Yeah. But then we'll do the original series.
I'm really, I hate to. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's do that.
In fact, here's what we can do.
Because the animated series is like season 4. Like that's what all of everybody's...
Here's what we can do, and this will fit in our time frame, really, is that we do 1 episode of the original series and 1 episode of the animated series.
That could be cool.
Yeah.
That could be cool.
And we'll run out of animated series episodes, but then we'll just do the original series till we finish that, and then we'll move on from there.
Dude, okay. I like that idea.
Yeah.
I like that. Put a note, put a pin in that. Let's do that. I like that. That's cool. So, yeah.
But we'll start that after we're done with Prodigy, and do you want to start that before Picard, or do you want to wait till after?
Well, the thing about that is it's like legacy
Picard's
content.
Coming soon.
No, I know. So what I was saying is like, let's say we finish this Prodigy stuff, and then we only have 2 or 3 weeks until Picard starts, right? Mm-hmm. Well, then we do the 2 or 3 weeks of what you just said, animated TOS things, because like it's not in real time anyway. Like right. We're probably, you know what I mean? Like we're probably not going to get like a huge live audience on that, but the repeat viewing will be timeless.
We put a playlist up for it.
Yeah. Whereas once Picard starts, like, no, we want to be topical. We want to be reviewing that. Like I might even want to talk to you about changing the day of our show. Like we should be reviewing it the day after. You know what I mean?
Right. Whatever day it comes out.
Yeah. The same with Strange New Worlds. But whenever we have downtime, I think we could. I think that would be with legacy content. I think that's a great idea, dude. I think we could just fill in the blanks. Yeah.
Absolutely. Anyway, let's get back to it, because it's like almost time to quit, and we haven't even touched the last episode.
Dude, there's no rules. You're not with KGRA. We don't have
but I don't want to be here until midnight, so,
Fair enough.
All right. Fair enough. All right, so they're trying to fix the warp core. That's where we were leaving off. And interesting moment here, because Pog has been the engineer up to this point.
Oh, dude, I love this. No, I love this. She spent God knows how many years becoming a scientist.
Right. So she kind of figures out on the fly how to fix it.
As a father of 2 daughters, and I'm sure you can relate.
Right.
I love this scene. I love this part.
So she's holding the door, and Pog's trying to figure it out, and she looks over and she says, "Why did you do this?" And he's like, "Okay, I'll hold the door and you do that."
Yeah. Well, even before that, she made the comment like, "I can do more than just hold doors or something like that." Right. And then he tried to like
the strongest person on the crew. So
I get that, but I actually really love this entire scene. I really did, because he was being kind of, the male chauvinist, and was like, "Hey, you're well, that's true." So he was like, "Hey, you're a big dumb rock. Hold the door. I'm gonna go fix this." And then he's over there standing, and she's already let us know I can do more than that. And then when he's standing there for a minute, she's like, "I didn't know staring at it was gonna fix it," or something to that effect, which I thought was funny. And then he said something like, well, what the hell would you do? And then she tells him, and he's like, yeah, I don't know how to do any of that. I'm going to hold the door. You do that. You know, like, so I love the whole way that this scene unfolded. I actually really did, you know.
Right. And he actually does a good job of fighting off the droids while she's doing that. So, I mean, Pog may actually end up being a good, like, chief of security. Although, quite frankly, why the heck don't I mean, like, when they're facing down with whatever the main bad guy, I can never remember his name. Why don't they just send Murph after him? Because
that's
Murph,
what I was about to say. Murph, screw that. Murph should be head of security. He is security.
Murph can kill anything.
Yeah. And apparently he's indestructible.
Murph could eat the Doomsday Machine. Come on now.
He literally ate the Protostar supernova drive thingy. Yeah.
Murph could. Come on. Murph could probably kill Q. You know, it's not a problem.
Ooh, too soon.
Well, you know, maybe that's what happened. You know, Q, you know, tried to kill Murph, and
I'm still hot about that. They shouldn't have killed Q. You know?
Anyway, so then Murph burps up some power to kickstart the warp core. That's literally what they do. I mean, that's
yeah. I'm not leaving. I'm still here. I don't want to be on camera doing what I'm doing. So.
Meanwhile, everybody's fighting robots to try and keep things going. Trying to find the next good shot here. And that's when General Grievous gets back on the ship. And here's a nice shot. There's General Grievous and Pog fighting.
I mean, come on. Like, seriously. How, I have a General Grievous action figure right there I could bring over. Like, it looks way too... Like,
he just needs two more arms.
Oh, my God. I know, right?
If that thing had two more arms, that would be General Grievous.
Yeah. Dude, like... I'll be right back.
It's... What are you going to get him?
I was going to ask you to get it, but you're way over there. All right. Come on now. Come on. Tell me.
Yeah.
Look at the look. Look at that. That's ridiculous. It is such a oh my God. Like, these people should be ashamed of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I agree. Embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
By the way, Brian put in the chat what to search for to get that video.
Where? Hey, Danny. America's Got Talent. Okay. I'm going to try that right now, and I will let you know how that works out. Okay.
All right. So then,
don't I have a wrench? I have a wrench, right?
I think so. Yes.
All right. So hey, bro, tell me, Brian, buddy. Yes, I do have a wrench. Is that the correct link? And if so, now we can all enjoy it together. And if not,
you know what? We need to be finishing the episode. Not
my bad. Okay.
Stop with your tangents. Shooting you with the taser again.
You really don't want me to move out there. Wow.
Here's a really good shot of General Grievous beating the crap out of everybody. And I mean, I gotta admit, he's granted he's got a darker color scheme.
Let me get my spray paint it black. It'll look like damn near identical, just minus the two sets of the set of arms, the second set of arms.
And
he said that's it. Right on. Okay, so I'll watch it after this, buddy. Thank you.
It's looking pretty bad for everybody. Whoops, and then I screwed that up. Let's see.
Oh man.
However, where is...
I'm a little bummed, man. A buddy of mine was supposed to come over tonight. Watch some hockey and hang and kick it, and not even a phone call, not even a text. No,
I'm sorry.
Nah, that's what it is. At least I'm here with you. That's why I'm like, I don't mind. We can go as long as you want. Although you probably mind. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, let's see. Okay, so
Oh shit, you're frozen, bro.
am I again? All right. Let me
Yeah,
go
I
back.
just noticed it. Yeah.
Let's go to the camera settings.
You might want to look into fixing that before you and the wifey start doing it, because this is your wife's computer.
Yeah, I
right?
will. But the problem isn't that is that I'm running multiple screens here.
I got four. I literally look, bro. I literally have.
I know you have multiple screens. On my
Yes.
other computer, it can
One,
handle it fine.
2,
This
3,
computer can't.
4. You see that? I have 4
Yes.
screens.
Danny,
Nope, I don't have any of these
this
problems.
is not my main computer. This is the other computer.
All
This
right.
computer can't handle it. The other computer can't. But I'm also going to change out the graphics card in this computer because I think that's
Dude, that was the most expensive part in my computer was the
Right.
goddamn graphics card. It was like it was ridiculous. It was like $1,200. I was like, Jesus, I didn't even pay that for my motherboard. That's insane.
Anyway, things are looking.
And it's got like 4
Dude,
fans on it.
Tangent alert. Stop. All right, so it's looking really bad, but then they open the door and all the prisoners are loose, and we have a big fight. So, and General Grievous is finally destroyed. Which actually, I have
by the cute ass kitty cat, by the
Yeah.
way, which I
yeah,
thought was
they're
awesome.
led by the cute kitty cat, which
Had like Wolverine claws apparently.
Yeah.
I was just like,
which I didn't see that coming.
I didn't either. I thought that was awesome.
Now, I got to admit, I did not think they were going to kill him.
Kill who? Kill who?
General Grievous.
Oh, come on, man! I did.
I didn't think they were going to actually take him down.
I mean, they killed General Grievous in Star Wars, so of course
Well,
the
okay,
GoBot version of General Grievous is also going to get killed because none of these people are capable of an independent thought or an original thought, you know. But anyway,
I'm just saying, I was surprised. Okay.
I wasn't. I saw
All right,
that coming a mile away.
All right, so then we get to the scene you were talking about where Janeway is switched. So let me see if I can find what you're talking about here.
Dude, I'll tell you, I missed my insurance company because I don't have. No, that's fine.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, all she said is, I've upgraded her programming to prevent any of your overrides. That's all she said.
Well, that kind of implies that the previous override worked.
Right.
So
that's what I'm saying.
well, you're saying I'm right then.
No.
Right.
But earlier when they were setting up the plan, what did Janeway say? That's a good upgrade.
All right, man. I'll let the chat. Like, hey, man, because you know what? Last time I did this, they voted in your favor. I will let the chat settle this argument because I think you were. I don't know. Anyway, let's continue, good sir, because we still have. We could either here if you're not, because I realize I'm being very selfish by saying, oh, hey, because my plans got ruined, I can stay here forever. You might not be able to. So if you want to end after this episode and save 11 for next week, I'm fine with that. But
yeah,
I'm
I'll
also
probably have to do that because
okay. So sorry guys, we're gonna call an audible because of my dumb ass. You know, my ADHD. Oh, look, a squirrel. But we'll make it up.
I am gonna shoot you with a salt gun if you move here. Just you know, I do have a salt gun.
Jesus. All right.
So
well then I'm not moving there because you know. Yeah. Last time I was shot it was you know, it doesn't. I don't recommend it. Doesn't feel good. But anyway. And if my mom is still in the chat, She can attest to this. I had the BB lodged. So my dumbass in North Carolina, we used to do instead of Nerf guns, we would use like pellet guns and air assault rifles and little things like that. And we would go out into the woods and we would have like BB gun wars. But
Okay. Tangent.
Okay.
All right. So anyway,
I like Gorilla's idea. That's what, yeah.
So she reprograms Janeway or whatever, and Janeway then immediately stops and starts fighting him and disables him. But that's when he tells her that he will tell her everything, but he has to show her. He won't just tell her.
So he takes her to the holodeck. He shows her some stuff, and then he lays out his Hitlerian plan.
Right.
Instead of like what she says, you could just talk to them. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to kill them. You just talk to them. It's like.
So his plan is, and no, Penny, if I leave, technically he could keep going, but the stream would never end.
Mom, I'll just you know what that's called, Mom? We can do a Google Meet. Don't I love you. You're so sweet. You're so sweet.
Anyway, so he shows her this holodeck program where the city is beautiful, but then after first contact with the Federation, everything goes to crap.
Well, so here's the thing though. Everything goes to crap. So at first he makes it sound like it was their fault. But then a little bit later, it's like it all went to crap because we had we had at least 50% of the population who was this ideological, crazy zealots who didn't want to believe in extraterrestrials and thought it was fake. And the other half thought they were real.
Check this out.
Okay.
So we were talking about how what a ripoff of Star Wars this is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What would you say if I said this was ripped off to something else?
Well, this just came out, so how is that even possible?
I know that sounds crazy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you ready for this? I have a video for you.
Yeah, sure, man. Yeah,
I prepared.
You're not gonna get a copyright claim, are you?
I hope not, but if I do, I do.
He's like, if I do,
you ready for this? Sit
I'm
back.
ready.
You're sitting down, right?
Yeah, buddy.
Pay close attention. Here it comes.
Please select a program.
Gendel 3, circa 2235.
Activate program Solum 1.
Simulation upload complete.
This is the third planet in the Gendel system, about 600 light years from your world.
Solum.
As it exists today. The Varnakats are flourishing.
Except they reached this level of industrialization.
All right, man.
almost
I
200
get
years
it.
before
I
you.
get it. I get it.
This
I
is
get
how
it.
the world looked early in the 20th
You don't need the
century.
copyright claim. I get it. You win.
What?
I'm tapping out.
Wait. It gets better.
Advanced timeline to 2240.
Computer, show Solum 50 years after the first contact.
Dude, it's like pause it for a second. I don't want to piss you off.
I can't pause it.
Okay. Damn it. Perfect circle. Remind me of that.
Starfleet did this?
We did.
Starfleet lit the fire and left us to burn.
There we
So,
go.
okay, dude. All right. What did I say to remind me of? Because I need it.
A perfect circle, you said.
Okay. Yes. So that is a okay. So everybody's like, "Oh, the Orville's ripping off Star Trek," and then when you get Star Trek ripping off the Orville, that's what we call a perfect circle.
No, that is Orville ripping off Star Trek. Remember, Prodigy came out a full year before Orville.
Bullshit. Really?
Yep.
No, they just finished releasing the show. My mom was just texting me about it a month ago. And there's only one season.
This episode of Prodigy came out in 2021. Orville came out in 2022.
All right, man. Like, inspect what you expect. I need to, trust but verify. Chat, no.
October 2021.
No, what came out first? Prodigy or that episode of The Orville? Because I know it was the Orville. It had the Orville. The Orville came out first. I don't give a shit. No, the Orville.
Wait. Just so you know, that was from the final episode of Orville.
No shit, which was like 8-9 months ago, and I'm just now watching this. Okay, there you go, Thomas Potts. Yeah, see, Orville came out first, man. Hey, this could be like, what was it called? Deep Impact and Armageddon.
Keep in mind, Prodigy is an animated series, which takes longer to produce.
No, it doesn't.
You want to bet?
No, I don't. I was just trying to be an asshole. Sorry. No, I know. But Orville filmed a year before Prodigy. So, okay, maybe they came out at the same time. Like I said, maybe it's a Deep Impact Armageddon thing.
On one hand, I could see...
Or Dante's Peak Volcano. Haven't you noticed that? There's always...
Hold on. It's one thing, I get it. Sometimes there are similar, like, Armageddon and Deep Impact, right? Similar themes, similar...
You're frozen again, by the way.
Huh?
You're frozen, yeah.
Yeah, but these two scenes are virtually identical.
So you got to do a split. Okay, if you put your money where your mouth is, split screen them.
I just showed you.
No, split screen them. Split screen them.
I mean, they're both sitting on the precipice over the city, where they're shown the difference. They fast forward in time, and then they.
I'm actually not disagreeing with you, bro. I was just trying to be like devil. Oh, hey, you're back. Yeah. I was just trying to be devil's. Yeah, let's wrap up, man, so I can let you go. We're already
anyway. So she's devastated by the destruction of the planet from Orville.
Dick. He means from Prodigy. No, I still feel like it's a perfect circle. I don't think you're right. I think it was Orville copies Star Trek. Star Trek copies Orville. Oh, everything's good in the universe. It's like...
So then when they're getting ready to leave the holodeck, what do they find? Doll with a couple of phasers, which I thought was cool.
Well, he gets punked out like a bitch right after.
That's what I didn't like. Is
yeah.
Doll never gets his moment.
Oh, wow. Triumph. You're right. They are gray. Yeah. That is clearly gray.
I told you.
Well, look, like lighting. I had to see this.
That's what I said. It was just a lighting.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
anyway, but Doll gets never gets his real moment of triumph. He shows he's got heroic intent, but he always F's up.
Brian, yes, they are phasers and they are kind of big, and I don't know why they changed it, but just like the uniform, this is after Voyager, so they're just like upgrading it, Yeah,
this is 20. I don't know if is it 20.
I don't think they need to be that big. If anything, like our phones keep getting smaller. Why would technology keep getting bigger?
Because they're proto phasers.
No, okay.
I don't know. Anyway, but he gets this moment and he doesn't even get a shot off. That's what kind of pisses me off. Nothing. He basically, like you said, he gets completely punked out.
Yeah, he really does.
And I really don't like that he never gets his moment.
Yeah,
And
man. Like I don't understand. Like
everybody else gets a moment.
you couldn't like. It's a phaser, man. You couldn't like shoot at least one of them sons of bitches like
Yeah.
at the same
What do you
time.
think,
You
like,
know, like.
Rock gets to fix the warp core. You
Oh,
get
well,
Pog,
Rock is a rock star, no pun intended. I mean, Rock
right.
is.
I was just saying, Rock
yeah.
gets to fix the warp core. Pog gets to fight like a demon, right? You get uh Zero. You know, he ends up being the ultimate badass at the end.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
was,
When he makes, he fucking.
he's the one that
basically
actually
kills or not kills, but like
But-
defeats the what's his God? I forget his name. The Gwen's dad. You know.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's the one that actually delivers the final blow.
Yeah.
You know, you got Murph that eats the freaking warp core, right?
The protostar warp core, which is a dwarf star. You know.
Yeah. Gwen is just freaking Gwen. She's always awesome at pretty much everything. You know, so everybody gets moments of victory except for Doll. Doll never gets to win.
You know why?
And I don't.
Because
I
he's a
don't get
punk ass bitch that appointed himself to captain, and he's got to earn that shit. And you know what? There are 10 more episodes
I know,
after
but
this,
I
brother.
hope he does. I mean, I don't know if he does. I really do hope he does because I'm rooting for him.
I'm willing. Here, I didn't like him at all, and then a bunch of people in last week's show's chat were like, "Oh, just wait, man, you'll see." Blah blah blah. And then these 3 episodes, I think I started to see what they were talking about.
Yeah, I'm rooting for him.
Yeah. So, but here's the thing: I kind of want it to be the final episode of this season, where I'm like. Where where it's like a cliffhanger where he does
And Brian,
something.
I don't know why his ear has a notch. Maybe he had a piercing there and somebody ripped it out. I have no idea.
You know what? They're probably. You know what? It's a kid show. It's probably going to end up being like a flashback storyline thing, like somebody important cut that chunk of his ear out. Like I said it here first, folks. That it's going to be.
Or maybe that stupid Ferengi chick bit him.
Or something. I don't know. Yeah. She's like, "Oh, you got such wonderful lobes," because he's got like some pretty big ass ears for not a Ferengi. Yeah. You know.
Anyway, so he unfortunately does get punked out. And so as he's on the ground, of course, Gwen saves him, but then that's when we get Zero showing his full self.
Dude, this was,
and I gotta say,
this was awesome. This was gnarly to me. I thought this was
when they actually show the Medusan.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get a good shot of it. Let's see.
Because not just that, but they're so powerful. Mm-hmm. This bitch was looking at a reflection. She was looking at a reflection and got brain damage. You know what I mean? She was like,
right.
She wasn't even looking at the motherfucker. She was like looking at a reflection. It's crazy. It's crazy. And now I understand why they're called Medusans. It took me a minute, and then that's the stoner in me.
Out of it. So yeah, look at that.
Yeah, dude. Like that looks like the Eye of Sauron or something, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. So this was, and so she sees a tiny reflection in his comm badge, and it gives her some brain damage,
which was beat up. But again, I feel like they should have resolved that maybe the final episode or the penultimate episode
not so quickly.
It was like one episode, it's like, oh my god, this terrible thing happened, and then by the end of the next episode, oh, it's all good. I was like, no, that's too fast, man. Yeah.
And then the other thing that they did surprisingly well, and credit to the animators, where is this shot here. I was like, he looks messed up.
Dude, actually, there's a better shot where he's like getting drained of his life force, and those lines on his face are glowing. You know.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. But I'm just saying that's this whole part where he's like going down.
Yeah.
Dude,
but what do you think of the shit? The end of the episode, or maybe the next one, was it this one or the next one? They find him floating in space.
That's
like,
the next one.
It's the next one. Okay. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, that's where Admiral Janeway finds him.
Yeah. Okay. Well, shit, and we're not doing that tonight. Sorry,
we're
for
gonna
the
do that
spoiler,
next week,
folks.
And so so then they take her in, but she's kind of messed up. You see, they say that she has no memory of the incident.
Sorry, no, I'm sorry. I'm laughing. Thomas said Salty is trying to kill us all by showing a Medusan.
I was trying, but it didn't work. Yes, Thomas, that's my goal: is to kill all of you.
Who wants to
you
kill?
wouldn't kill you.
No, hold on.
No.
No. Who wants to kill their audience? Like, like if you kill your audience, you're like, what the fuck?
Right.
You know.
And then the big tease at the end. A Trill picks up she picks up a proto signal, and she tells Janeway, "Hey, I picked it up."
Look at this. We got a Trill here. Like,
Yeah.
You know, and then and then we get to Janeway, and then we get
the ugliest starship ever.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! I was
no,
show it.
Enterprise no, show it. It looks like
I'm looking
like I'm telling you what, man. This morning, I had as you get older, folks, this kind of stuff happens.
Starship gives you a nightmare.
I had the most disgusting bowel movement, and it looked better than this starship he's about to show you. It was it was just terrible.
I don't know who designed this thing.
What the fuck is that, dude? That looks. It's like a hippopotamus starship or something with a triceratops head. It's like it's terrible. I don't know.
It's supposed to be the Janeway class. It's like, what is this?
Dude, if they call it the Janeway class, I will fucking no. You can no. You can call it. No.
Honestly, not to get too crass here, but looking at the shape of this part here, I'm just saying, you could call it something. What does Cece call her little friend?
Bebe, what do you call your little friend? Are you not listening? Oh, God. Ow.
You all right?
No, man. I missed 2 neck procedures because my insurance company sucks.
Yeah, thank you, Arabic. The Sancho class.
Yeah.
What do you think? The Sancho class.
I mean, for the, hey, baby, what does Sancho mean to you? Please, no, don't say it out. Knee-jerk reaction. What does Sancho mean to you, baby?
And if I'm cheating on you.
Oh, well, that's not what I thought she was going to say. Did you hear her?
No.
Oh, she said, Sancho cheating on you. What was your knee-jerk reaction, Mike?
No, Sancho is a slang term for a battery-powered friend.
For a battery-powered friend. And that's exactly what it looks like.
Yep.
It's terrible.
It's the Dauntless class is what it officially is. Thank you, Thomas.
Yeah. So, I reschedule, just so you know, it's like a production note. Because
why won't you go over there? Come on.
It's in 6 days. I was supposed to have 2 neck procedures already, but my insurance company sucks terribly. What?
I said to you that you should read
Let me finish, baby. He's trying to get off. We're running late. Wow. It's that. All right. I forgot what I was saying. So you guys,
Anyway, but yeah, it's just an ugly starship. And
oh man, you're fucking frozen again. We should probably just say goodnight.
Yeah, I'm not going to worry about it. So anyway, so it ends with the ugly starship warping off to go meet its destiny on the other side of the galaxy.
No, it's like if you ever see those like not X-rays, I forget what they're called, but it's like a woman in her fallopian tubes. That's what it kind of like. Yeah.
Wow, you didn't have to go there.
Okay, sorry.
Anyway, so that's gonna wrap it up for today. Thank you so much. Thank you, Danny, for that lovely description of the Nautilus class. So with that, remember, you are the salt of the earth. Danny is the Dork Knight. I am the Salty Trekker.
I just spilled bong water all over my desk. Man.
You don't talk about that. We're gonna educate you. We're gonna educate you.
Baby, fuck. All right. Oh, God.
He'll learn, folks. He will learn.
Sorry, it's a big puddle. Yeah.